Hey everyone, I'm Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life, and I've got two planners that we're going to talk about today. This first one, you've most likely actually heard of it before and probably even seen it. This is the monthly planner. This is one of my favorite planners that Erin Condren sells because it's just so flexible. You can really turn it into anything. And I've been watching some YouTube videos lately of other people that have just been doing some really awesome things with these. Me personally, I use this as my content planner. So everything that has to do with my blog and YouTube, social media, all of that all goes in my monthly planner. This is mine for 2024, but this is a planner I've actually been using for years and it just works really well for me, and so I just decided to stick with what's working. But I thought I would flip through it for you for anybody who hasn't seen the new version since they launched them a few months ago. And then this one is the Erin Condren Family Organizer, which we're also going to go into more detail on. But this one is really cool. This has got a lot of interesting stuff in it, so I will show you that one in a minute. But the monthly planner is pretty simple, and so I just figured we could flip through that one first. On this one in particular, I did choose to get the multicolored coil. They also have it in silver, which is called platinum, rose gold, and then regular gold. It actually does cost a little bit more to upgrade to one of the coils other than the silver platinum. But a little trick is that if you buy them during a sale, then the upgrade price is also on sale, which is what I did. I bought this during their Black Friday sale, and so I did decide to get the multicolored coil because I think it's really pretty. I just love how it changes, and it looks really cool with the Edivi interior, which is what I got in this planner. I do not always upgrade. Oftentimes I actually like the silver coil better, but every once in a while I do like to get one of the other options. The one that I miss actually is the black coil, but they don't offer that one anymore regularly. But I do also really love this multicolored coil. All right, so inside, the monthly planner does not have the vellum like you will get with like the life planner. Overall, it is actually a less expensive planner. So if you need something that's just a little bit more basic, if you don't actually need the weekly layouts the way that they have them in the life planner, this is totally a viable option. I will link to my friend Kristen below. She actually uses a monthly planner as her regular one, and it looks so good. I will give you more info later on how I plan to use this. I actually have a video planned where I'm going to set this up for the year, and so we can talk a little bit about it then. But right now, I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what you actually get inside this planner. So you do get the beautiful quote page at the beginning, and then it goes into the yearly calendar, which actually this is like 18 months. It goes from July 2023 all the way to December 2024. And then you also get this page that has the 12 boxes on it. I always appreciate extra note space, so I do like this page. And then it goes right into the different months. And I'm going to skip January and we're going to go to February because I have like my post-it notes in here for the setup, and I just don't want them to get in the way. It's not even like secret or anything. They're just like not super pretty. So we'll just go straight to February and I will show you what's inside each month. So it's super easy. Like you get a monthly calendar, and then you also get this dashboard page. This is a little bit different than in previous years. It used to be on this side and it did look different. I don't think I have a blank one right now to show you, but it had like a larger box here, like a gold checklist box here. There's another blank box, and then one big dot grid box down here. So that was basically it. So they just changed the layout a little bit. This section says goals. There's important dates, important projects, and like a habit tracker or just any kind of tracking. In some senses, I like this page better than the old one. For one, I like that it's on this side of the page instead of this side of the page because then it groups all of your note pages together. And I actually like this box layout better than on the other one. What I don't like about this one is, for one, the tracking section. I never use these. Like, I have good intentions, but I never follow through with tracking anything like this. And so this is just kind of a waste of time. I actually plan to cover this up completely, but again, we'll talk about that in another video. But the other thing that I'm not a huge fan of is that they actually labeled all of the boxes. I remember when they first introduced like this sort of dashboard page at the beginning, they had the boxes labeled and people did not like that. And they removed them. I think it was just the next year. They removed all of the labels from them. And so I was kind of surprised when they rearranged this page, they actually put labels back in. So I will actually probably cover up a lot of these. I might use the goal one. That one might actually stay. We'll see how it goes. I don't have any final decisions made on this page, but I do basically like the layout better than it was before. There's just a couple little things about it that are not my favorite. Aside from that, I love the paint strokes from the Eddie pattern. Even throughout this whole planner, oh, I just love the Eddie. It's so pretty. Actually, this is one of her covers too. I like a lot of the covers that she's done for Erin Condren, but Inspire is definitely one of my favorites. But moving on. So for the rest of the month, all there is in here is note pages. I think you get 10 note pages within each month. And so it goes from here to the beginning of the next month. There's always some debate whether this page is supposed to go with the coming month or if it goes with the previous month. I think it's kind of supposed to go with the next one just because the color of the little asterisk in the top changes. But I think I'm going to actually use it for the previous month because when it's before the tab, I never go back to it. And so I think I would rather just have it as usable space for the month that it's in. So that's probably how I'll use it. But yeah, so it's a really simple layout. It's just the calendar, the dashboard page, and then some line note pages, which is why it's such a flexible planner that you can just use it for anything just because all it is note pages. It works really well for me for my content planning just because there's so much that is different every month. I really need that flexibility just to adjust as I go. So this one is a 12-month. I think the monthly planners only come in a 12-month. They will do the academic year when they release them, which I think is like in May, usually like May or June. And then somewhere around September, they switch it so that it's the calendar year. So this one is all of 2024. Another thing that you have the option to do is to add on pages at the back. So I'm just trying to flip through and show you the different tabs. Oh, they're starting to stick at the end. Okay. And then December. Okay, so I did not do this, so I can't actually show it to you what it looks like, but you do have the option to add extra note pages at the end. And I think when you do that, they come at the end of December, and I'm pretty sure they have a tab that says notes. I used to do it, but I just haven't done it the past couple years because I found I wasn't using them as much. Plus, if I really wanted to, I could uncoil this and take out some of the note pages I have from notebooks and things like that and put them in. And so I just choose not to purchase extra pages, although I'm kind of actually wishing I had for this one, but we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be okay because usually in the months I do have a couple extra pages each month, and so I can always use those for things that I would have put in the back, and I'll just put like a little tab at the top so I can find them. Okay, so after December, you get some of the same things that are in the other Erin Condren planners. So this is the Heritage and Awareness Observances page. There is a future calendar for 2025. And then you get 2 sheets of stickers. And these are just the basic labels, which I love these. I use these ones all the time. In fact, I just thought of a great use for these for something I was actually going to make my own stickers for. And I just realized I can use these instead. So I probably will do that. All right, and then at the very end, you have a 2-sided folder. So that is the monthly planner. Like I said, it's super simple, but there's so much that you can do with it. So this is just one of my favorites and wanted to share that one with you. And then we will move into the Family Organizer. This one is new to me. Again, I've been watching people use this one on YouTube, and I think it has some really cool possibilities. Again, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to use it yet, but I just love the idea of it, and so we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so this one does have a very simple vellum page at the beginning, and I got the neutral version. They have a colorful and a neutral. It's not the Etta V design like they have in some of the other planners. This one actually goes back to color blends, and so you can choose between like a more muted color blends and the more vibrant color blends pattern. I chose the more muted one because, one, I love the tabs. I think they are so pretty. They're just very soft, and I just love the colors. Also, I like that it has gray tabs. So I decided to get the neutral version, but the colorful is also very pretty. Okay, so in this planner, this also is quite flexible. It reminds me kind of like the monthly planner, but it's got more structure than that. Each month, the first thing that you get is your monthly calendar. And you can see it does have a little bit of color on it, but it's still pretty neutral. But it's still got the classic Erin Condren monthly layout. And then it goes into a few structured pages. Now remember, this is called the Family Organizer, so it's geared towards what families would need. I don't plan to use it in that way at all. I will be covering up a lot of the headings, but I do like some of the structure that it has here. So on this first page, we have a reoccurring schedule, and then there's just some blank spaces that of course could be used however you wanted. Over here we have a checklist. This section says family goals. And then you have two sections, one for habit tracking, one for task tracking. Now this section does confuse me a little, and I know others have mentioned this too. But if you were to list out different habits that you wanted to track in here, you would only have enough space for 1 week worth. So I don't know if you're actually supposed to put the different weeks in the lines, or if you're just supposed to pick like one habit that you want to track and track it for the whole month, or maybe it's just do whatever you want with it. Anyway, I thought that was a little odd, but again, I don't really like habit trackers that much, and so I don't know if I would use it like a habit tracker. I might cover it up, or I don't know, we'll see. I just thought it was kind of interesting how they decided to lay that out. Okay, so the next page, it's labeled school, but it's just a basic lined note page. This one says dates to remember, and it has a checklist section, and then memories or milestones, and another blank line section. Another lined page says extracurriculars. We have milestones or achievements and memories. So you can see it has some structure to it, but it would be so easy to cover these up and use them for something else if that's not what works for you. I think there's 4 lined note pages. So you get 2 here, and then another set of 2. And then at the very end of each month, you have this like memory keeping spread. And then a lined page that says more memories or milestones. I actually think this is one of the pages I might use exactly as intended. I love the idea of having a memory keeping spread at the end of it. And then you do have the one more lined note page at the very end that's next to the next month. So I'm very intrigued by the structure of this. I think it could be really useful. And yeah, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work yet, but I have some ideas. So definitely something that we will talk about in a future video, but I wanted to just go over this in case you hadn't seen this planner yet. I really love it. I really love the colors. That's probably one of my favorite parts about it, but I just love the possibilities. I'm all about like note space and things like that, checklists. I struggle to remember things a lot, and so I like the idea of just having a space to write down things that I might forget. When planners have open spaces like this, I really like that. And of course, if you got really ambitious, you could definitely uncoil and recoil this and add it to another planner as well. Like if you wanted the weekly layout along with like the flex space, like that would be really cool for anybody who wanted to do that. I probably won't. Okay, so then the end of December, again, we have the Heritage and Awareness Observances, 1 year overview page, and then you have some sheets of stickers. Looks like there are 4. So you have, these ones are rose gold foiled. You have some silver foiled. These ones, I'm gonna see if I can show this to you better. I don't even know if that's gonna show up. Oh, you can kind of see it down at the bottom. Okay, so you have some dots, and then you also have some plain boxes, and they come in 6 different colors, but they're all the same. Like if you can kind of see it, let me see, I'll pull here. You can see like there's a dot right there, and then there's like this box that just goes to the edge of the color. So those are some new ones that we haven't seen before, so I'm kind of intrigued by that and to see how I can use them. I love the colors of it, and so I think those will be really fun. And then at the very back, there is a black pocket folder, and that's the end of that planner. So I'm really excited about both of these. I think these will work well. To be fair, this one is just kind of an experiment. I just wanted to see if it was something that would work well for me. So we'll see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.